world that often celebrates extroverted and self-centered behavior, Sigma women can sometimes be misunderstood and given a bad rap. This can be especially difficult in a social environment where the emphasis is on outward charm and sociability. However, Sigma women navigate life differently than most. They embody a quiet strength and independence that is often mistaken for apathy or disinterest. Far from being depressed or antisocial, Sigma women simply have a unique way of interacting with the world that sets them apart from the crowd. Their self-control and composure often inspire admiration from those around them, but these same traits can contribute to misunderstandings. Because they prioritize inner peace and personal autonomy over social approval, Sigma women can seem mysterious or aloof to those who value constant interaction and external approval. Their approach to relationships and social engagements is often based on deep personal values and an introspective, caring nature. Navigating a world that celebrates extroverted energy can be especially intimidating for Sigma women, who may find themselves at odds with dominant social norms. Their way of connecting and their preference for quiet or small, meaningful interactions can be misunderstood by those who do not share or understand their perspective. As a result, Sigma women can be perceived as aloof or unapproachable, even when they are simply acting authentically and self-aware. Understanding Sigma women involves recognizing the depth and complexity behind their seemingly reserved exterior. It's about appreciating how they recharge, how they form connections, and what values they hold dear. This awareness can foster more meaningful interactions and help bridge the gap between Sigma women and those who may not fully grasp their unique characteristics. With that background, let's dive into 15 things you might not know about Sigma women. This information will help you better understand who they are and how best to interact with them in personal and professional settings. Crowds annoy them. Sigma women can become exhausted in large crowds. They can feel exhausted by the constant stimulation of so many different types of people from all walks of life. Since some Sigma women are empathetic, they can be sensitive to the negative energy of others. Sigma women don't need to be surrounded by hundreds or thousands of people to be happy. They're content with their small circle of friends too. Networking events aren't their thing. For Sigma women who run businesses, networking events can be especially difficult. They may feel pressured to perform and have trouble making conversation or saying the right thing. Sigma women feel uncomfortable engaging in superficial conversations just to break the ice. In their personal and professional lives, they need to connect with people on a deeper level to get the most out of networking events. It helps if they can choose the right event and plan ahead to bring value to others, while also benefiting themselves. 3. They don't really care about most birthdays. Sigma women often find office birthday celebrations and the social pressure to contribute to the birthday collection boring. They don't feel happier on their birthday than any other day and may not enjoy the attention that comes with it. They won't be offended if you don't invite them to your birthday party, and they'll probably feel relieved. The only exception is if it's an important birthday that has deep personal meaning, such as the birthday of a close friend or family member who has passed away. 4. They won't force themselves to love you. This is the harsh truth. Sigma women have their likes and dislikes, which can come from past experiences or simply their mood on a given day. If a Sigma woman doesn't like you, it's not an action but a true reflection of how she feels. They value honesty and prefer being frank, rather than suppressing their true feelings just to be polite. 5. They are not rude or shy. Sigma females may exhibit behaviors that outsiders perceive as rude, but this is usually not intentional. They might decline invitations or fail to return calls simply because they need alone time to recharge. Unlike shy individuals who feel nervous around others, Sigma females are introverted and get emotionally drained after prolonged social interactions. It's important to recognize that they are not malicious. They simply need to manage their energy carefully. 6. People who share their personal problems with them seem odd. Sigma women often feel strange when people close to them do not share their secrets or personal problems. They may wonder why someone would choose them as a confidant when they do not share their personal problems with that person. This can be confusing for Sigma women, who may feel strange when acquaintances open up about their marital troubles or other intimate details. 7. They are not always introverted. Sigma women can be extroverted in certain situations or with certain people. If it is a planned event with a group they are interested in, they can be lively and engaging. They are comfortable in group life as long as they know they can retreat to their sanctuary afterwards. They need time between social events to recharge before they are ready for another round of socializing. 8. They make things happen. Sigma women use their alone time productively. They work on projects, make phone calls, send emails, and come up with big ideas. They thrive in solitude because it allows them to think creatively, plan, and execute their vision. Alone time is essential for them to innovate and achieve goals that may ultimately impact their lives or the lives of others. 9. They will do just fine on their own. Sigma women are independent and do not depend on others for their happiness. Unlike extroverts, they enjoy their own company and creative activities. Having a lot of people around can complicate their lives, which are already filled with complex thoughts and plans. They are experts at finding satisfaction in their own space and according to their own interests. 10. When the right people are there, they feel safe. Sigma women reach their full potential when surrounded by the right people. They become fierce protectors of their loved ones and shine brightly when they are around them. Finding the right person takes time, but once they do, their commitment to them is unwavering. 11. They are not loners. Sigma women are not the friendless loners that many people think they are. They enjoy spending time with their true friends and are not afraid to meet new people. However, they choose their friends carefully and invest a lot of effort into their friendships. They do not consider every new acquaintance a potential friend. 12. They hate small talk. Sigma women are deep thinkers who enjoy discussing big ideas and theories. They find small talk tiring and pointless. Conversations about trivial topics like the weather seem like a waste of time and energy. They favor meaningful interactions over superficial conversations. 13. A text message is better than a phone call. Sigma women value the ability to manage their time and respond to texts and emails without interruption. Phone calls can disrupt their focus and energy. For non-urgent or trivial matters, it is best to communicate via text or email to respect their boundaries and personal time. 14. They are selective about who they let in. Sigma women are especially careful about who they allow into their intimate circle. They prefer to spend time with people who understand their limits and boundaries. They look for like-minded people with deep thinking skills and self-control. 15. They don't really care what you do on the weekend. Sigma women often find that their acquaintances' weekend activities are of little importance. They respect privacy and do not judge how others spend their free time. For Sigma women, they focus less on the details of someone's weekend accomplishments and more on meaningful, substantive interactions. Sharing trivial information or mundane details about your personal life, unless you are part of their close circle, can sometimes come across as unnecessary or even tiring. This doesn't reflect disinterest, but rather a preference for deeper, more engaging conversations. Understanding these nuances about Sigma women can greatly improve your interactions with them. Recognize and respect their boundaries, appreciate their unique approach to relationships, and acknowledge their preference for meaningful dialogue instead of trivial conversations that can lead to more harmonious and authentic relationships. Sigma women value authentic, substantive interactions and tend to thrive in environments where they can engage in deep, thoughtful conversations. They appreciate it when others make an effort to understand their perspective, and this mutual respect can help build stronger, more meaningful relationships. It's important to remember that Sigma women aren't just aloof or uninterested. They simply operate differently than more extroverted or socially motivated people. By accepting their unique traits and preferences, you can foster a more positive and rewarding relationship. This means valuing their need for solitude, respecting their approach to social interactions, and interacting with them in ways that respect their personal space and individual needs. Ultimately, understanding Sigma women requires an open mind and a willingness to appreciate the richness of their inner world. They bring a depth of understanding and authenticity that can greatly enrich any relationship, as long as there is mutual understanding and respect for their particular ways of interacting with the world. Accepting these differences and appreciating the unique contributions of the Sigma woman can lead to richer and more fulfilling interactions, both personally and professionally.